Good morning, Zio here, and I am joined once again by the infamous D-Pad Chad. Say hello.
Hello.
And today we're talking Nintendo. Nintendo wants to focus more on original series in the future, which is great. So we're going to be talking about things we want to see happen, things that aren't exactly maybe Nintendo branded that we'd also like to see happen, but just stuff that we want to see happen. So, with all that, grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? And as the title states, Nintendo says it will focus more on original game series in the future, but what exactly does that mean? Well, not a whole lot, to be totally honest, does it, Chad?
Not really. It means that they're going to make more games to abandon.
That's right. Nah, they're going to focus more on the original stuff, but at the same time, I don't think Nintendo has a huge problem with focusing on their mainstay series. Things like Yoshi, Mario, Zelda, with the exception of maybe Metroid. And Star Fox that kind of falls onto the wayside. I mean, I know Star Fox did Star Fox Wii U or whatever, but I feel like, I mean, we talked about that yesterday, so we know how I feel about that. If you hadn't caught that 30-minute monstrosity of a video, you should go back and watch that. And don't forget to follow both of us. Description or things down in the description so you can subscribe, like the video, leave us a comment, tell us what you want to see out of Nintendo or games in general. That would be cool. Let us know what your favorite game series that hasn't been around in a very long time would be. And I'm going to just scream Mega Man multiple times throughout this video. So, there's mine. But, apparently they're talking about how they want to focus back on sort of more the mainstream titles. But I don't think Nintendo really has a problem with that to begin with. So...
No. In fact, what they have a problem with is apparently amnesia. Because, just off the top of my head, and totally not looking at a Wikipedia page, I can name half a dozen titles that they just forgot about, apparently. That they could make more games of, and just were like, nope. There was so Donkey Kong Country. We were talking about this a little bit ago. Had that re-release that was kind of sort of on the cusp of being a remake, kind of not, but I could see them making more of that.
Yeah.
Like Donkey Kong really coming into his own.
And I heard it did really, really well, too, so...
Oh, it's amazing. Honestly, it was one of my favorite games, for real. But then you got games like this. Ice Climber, F1 Racer, Duck Hunt. And I know people are like, Duck Hunt, what can you do with Duck Hunt? Could you imagine a fully 3D Duck Hunt where you gotta cycle around and peg off ducks, and then like a role reversal where you're the duck trying to avoid the hunter?
All right.
Multiplayer.
All right, catch this real quick. All right. Here's my idea. We've got Duck Hunt, Doom crossover, BFG.
All of a sudden, you're the duck. You look down, and there's Doom guy with the BFG shooting at you with Isabel on the shoulder.
Can you imagine that? Isabel with the super shotty, Doom guy with the BFG, duck like, oh shit.
And the dog just by his feet going.
No, but seriously, just according to this article, real quick, a quote. He's talking about, I myself am looking at studying various forms of entertainment. In the future, we will focus on creating new game series, as well as long sellers such as Mario and Zelda. And, when it comes to things like their mainstay properties, I don't think they have a problem with releasing new versions of them. Just the two in there. There's always a new Mario game. There's always a new Zelda game. But they do have games that they kind of forget exist.
Yeah, it's been a running meme for people that know Nintendo is make a game, forget a game. Make a game, forget a game. There was a old NES game called Wild Gunman where it was like a quick draw.
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't there a quick draw Western style game for? And by the way, the Switch would be beautiful at that.
Diddy Kong Racing. I would love to have Diddy Kong Racing come back.
That's another one. Well, that's a Rare property, but
Rare is no wait. Did Microsoft buy Rare?
Yeah, they did.
Damn it, that's right. But they also own Donkey Kong, so I mean technically.
No, they own Donkey Kong, so they own Donkey Kong. They own
No,
Donkey
wait.
Kong Racing.
Wait, does Rare actually own Donkey Kong, or did Nintendo buy Donkey Kong from Rare? No, Rare did the new one, didn't they?
Yeah, no. Nintendo owns the rights.
Okay, but Rare came in and did Donkey Kong for what was it, the Wii or the Switch?
Yeah, so
the remake of Donkey Kong Country with Tropical Freeze.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure. Somebody can tell us who owns what. I just haven't looked it up.
I think they're in a contract because they got bought like recent.
Well, they were already bought, I think, when Donkey Kong was spoken of. So
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I don't know if there was just a contract and Microsoft was like, well, I mean, you've already started working on this, continue, sort of thing.
Yeah, so finish that off. But I do believe that Nintendo owns the rights to the characters, so if they wanted to make a Diddy Kong Racing 2, they could.
Yeah, see, I've got this thing up that says, like, 10 dormant franchises Nintendo's Switch needs, and it's got, like, Donkey Kong 64. We don't need... I can play Donkey Kong 64 anytime I want. I have a damn PC, for crying out loud. Even if I don't want to go find my N64 and find the cart and fix the damn thing, I can play 64 Donkey Kong anytime I want. But, having, I guess, a new Donkey Kong 64-esque kind of game would be kind of cool, but at the same time, I really like the 2D formula with it. It's like Mega Man. Mega Man is fantastic as a 2D game. It can have the 3D backgrounds and blah, blah, blah. But it needs to be freaking 2D, because that change from 2D to 3D, with the exception of Legends, which is by far a superior game to Mega Man X7 and 8, it failed miserably.
Yeah.
So
I love Legends, but it was...
I mean, it still could use some polish. I mean, it was like, that was back when DualShock just came out, so thumbsticks were not actually a thing for the first Legends game. Was for the second one, just fresh though. But it would be nice to see a Legends 3 come out, but that's all up to Capcom, so Capcom needs to sell the rights to Nintendo. Nintendo needs to make us a game. Avoid X7 and 8 formula. Just freaking do it. There's no need to go to 3D and slow down everything. It sucked. Axel sucks. The whole thing sucks. Go back to X5 and previously and use that formula. Even though people hate X5, except for me, I'm the outlier. X5 was a damn good game. Get over it.
Okay,
you can at me on that.
So here's one. Gyromite.
Gyromite.
So this was a 2-player game, or you could play it 1 player, but the other character was like asleep and walking. This was the introduction of Rob the Robot, but the thing was, okay, so Gyromite, you had to avoid crushing your partner, or you could crush him. Why not? And you try to crush the enemies, is what it was. Could you imagine a 3D version of that where one player is looking top down while the other player is trying to navigate a maze? Gyromite for the Switch would be a great multiplayer party game. I'm just saying. But no, let's make all these, brand new games that nobody's gonna freaking care about in 5 years. By the way, Gyromite is so old. The newer players would be like, "What's this?"
Yeah, I know. I just Googled it. Gyromite, 1985.
So it would be new to them, and the people that like me who remember it with fondness would be like, "I remember that. Let me check this out." Kung Fu, where you had to rescue your girlfriend. Make that so that it feels like a freaking Jackie Chan movie. Fast action, and you got yourself a awesome game right there. Let's see. Star Tropics. That was an old RPG that I think was meant to compete with Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, I played that on the or maybe it was the NES Classic. Sorry, yeah, the NES Classic, 1990. I played a little bit of that.
Where's our Star Tropics for the Switch?
See, the latest game for it was Star Tropics 2 in 1994.
Yeah.
Zada's Revenge. Of course, maybe that's what's on the classic NES. I don't remember. It's a Star Tropics game. Never heard of it beforehand. But yeah, I just happened to go ahead and play it, and it seems like a small, sort of an RPG style of game.
Yep. And if you guys think I'm getting worked up over this, I am. Because I'm a big Nintendo fan. I'm not going to say like I'm a fanboy of it. But
he is a Nintendo fanboy. Nintendo all the way. At him.
I grew up with Nintendo and Sega, and it's gut-wrenching that they just keep making the same 3 games over and over again when they have so many fucking awesome games that they ignore.
Yeah, Smash Brothers, Mario, Zelda. Those are the games you can consistently rely on being released again and again and again. I mean, nothing wrong with Zelda. I really, really enjoy Breath of the Wild and can't wait for the second one. But, you know.
And there's a reason I play PC now, because a lot of these games in a alternate skin are being released.
Yeah. Of course, Earthbound could use a new one. Okay. And I think Fire Emblem is theirs as well, but ever since they did Smash Brothers, they've been actually releasing Fire Emblem games.
Yeah.
So.
Also, I saw one. This was from Trade West, so they might have to figure out the licensing for that, but Double Dragon.
Yeah, there was a Double Dragon recently. I think it was an indie game.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. It follows the same sequence of like or I don't know if it actually happened or not, but I'm pretty sure it had happened or was being worked on, but it's similar to like Streets of Rage 4. It's being developed by an indie studio or something. Or somebody was doing it or talking about it at one point in time. It may not actually came out and just got talked about, but I don't know. I do remember hearing it though. But they put Isaac in Smash Brothers Ultimate. Oh, no wonder I didn't know that. Oh, as an assist trophy. Well, that sucks. Golden Sun. I want to see the Golden Sun. I like that RPG.
Also, I'd like to see Gauntlet. I know that's not a first party, but I mean, for real, Gauntlet Legacy was my jam.
I think Gauntlet's done a few things too since then. I don't know if it was any good, but I do remember Gauntlet Legacy a lot.
They released a Gauntlet recently on Steam, and let me tell you, I kind of wanted to get a refund.
Well, I mean, go for it, right? Or did you play more than 2 hours?
I played more than 2 hours.
I played more than 2 hours, and it's like, this game sucks. You know what? I'm going to refund it. 2 hours and 1 minute. Fuck.
Actually, it was 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Close enough.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, man.
Because I did that with one, too, at one point in time. I think I got it and was like, you know what, let's give this a chance. Started playing it. It's like, I'm not feeling it. You know what? Gosh, I've been playing it for like an hour. Let's go ahead and just be done with this. Went in. Turns out it was like 2 hours and 5 minutes. And I was like, fuck.
It's not a horrible game. It's just very bland compared to its predecessors.
Have we gotten a new Kirby series in a while?
Yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Okay, have we gotten a Kirby series that isn't yarn-based?
What do you have against Grandma's Kirby game?
I don't care for it, to be honest. It's like Yoshi... I don't know. It's like Paper Mario. I don't care for Paper Mario at all. I don't know why. Just never cared for it. Love Mario RPG, not Paper Mario, though. And I know Paper Mario is the continuation of Mario RPG because Square and Nintendo did their one thing and that was it. And that's what Nintendo decided to do in its place.
Are we about to have another Shadowrun conversation?
Yeah, probably. But I've also not been a fan of the yarn versions, like Yoshi's Story Yarn or whatever it's called, or Yoshi's Yarn. Just never really cared for any of that stuff.
Hang on a second. You okay? I'll tell you this, the most recent Paper Mario was complete garbage. It was horrible. It was one of the worst games I've played in years. Paper Mario for the GameCube, Thousand Year Door, is on par with Mario RPG. And Mario RPG is one of my favorite games.
Yeah, I love Mario RPG, just not Paper Mario.
So, have you tried Thousand Year Door?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if I did or not. I just never really cared for the aesthetics to it.
I know the style was weird, and even I was kind of like, this is kind of weird, and give it a try. It'll grow on you, and two, you'll like the, you'll really start digging the battle system.
Alright. I'll think about it. But then again, I also didn't really care for the aesthetics to, what was it, Zelda Wind Waker? The HD one is better, but not by much. I mean, it's a fine game, but I don't hate it as much as I did. And you got the beautiful Joe series. That's not purely Nintendo, though.
No, but that company went under.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, that was Clover. Same people that did Okami.
Wait, Clover went under?
Yep, they sold out. I forget who they sold.
Clover Studios. Yeah, it's published by Capcom and Nintendo.
Yep.
What happened to Clover Studios?
They sold. They just got out. Ticked me off.
Well, the remnants of the company apparently found Platinum Games. Was developed the creator of the popular Beautiful Joe series in the late 2006. They were shut down and the franchises will be moved to the founder of... Okay, so Capcom owns it all.
Yep.
So, damn it, Capcom.
And does nothing with it.
Freaking Capcom. Like, seriously, me and Capcom have a freaking bone to pick. There are so many games that you haven't touched in eons.
Zio, they're the fucking Disney of gaming, I swear.
Mega Man. Seriously, make me happy. Bring me a Mega Man game. A Mega Man X title, please. And do me a Mega Man Legends 3 while you're at it on the current hardware. That would be fantastic. I would buy that shit up. No.
God, me, that's not a babysitter simulator.
Oh, let's see. Now, see, I'm the one thing I'm afraid about, like getting old games redone or newer versions of their games, is DLC. That is the one thing that bothers me the most, because I feel like we'll get it, and then half the game is going to be popped behind some kind of paywall somehow, some way.
honestly, I'm afraid they're just going to do stupid stuff with it and be like, oh, well, now to unlock, like you said, like to unlock half the character, you got to buy them.
Yeah. It's like, what, who was it? No. Fighting game. Mortal Kombat started doing at one point in time. I don't know what they're doing now. I just know the first time I noticed you could pre-order Mortal Kombat and get access to one character who's kind of been like sort of that special unlock for its history of the lifespan of the thing. But you had to order it. I can't remember his name. Guy with the forearms. Goro. Like, yeah, you could get Goro to play as a character. You could actually fight with Goro, but you had to pre-order it from GameStop. And that's the only way to access him. So he's in the character select screen. I know because I own the game. Don't ask me how or why I wound up owning the same game that I said I would never purchase because I didn't buy it. Somebody gave it to me or something. But he's in the character select screen, grayed out. Why? Because I didn't pre-order it through fucking GameStop. That is like the worst feeling in the world to know there is a character on the disc, day one disc, that you can't have access to because you didn't pre-order it through the magic of, whoever to have it as a character to play as.
In other words, they literally locked it on disc and probably sent other kinds of discs with data on it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what my problem is with, like, day one DLC, because most of the time that shit is on the disc.
Yeah.
And it's just locked behind their price wall. Yeah. Or whatever. Sort of and ever since that, I was just like, Mortal Kombat is dead to me. Used to be an amazing fighting franchise, but you guys fucking suck. Goodbye. No more will I do that. So I have not paid attention to Mortal Kombat in forever. But, yeah. Street Fighter. I like Street Fighter, to a point, but I was still more of a Mortal Kombat kind of person.
Was it Primal Rage?
Oh my gosh, Primal Rage. Yeah, I need to get my buddy over so we can play some more Primal Rage. That needs to make a comeback. Primal Rage. Okay. Primal Rage.
That was on everything, dude. That was on, like, Apple TV.
Whoop.
That was on everything.
If I can actually type in Primal, I'll show you people what Primal Rage is.
Play Fighters.
Here we go. Primal Rage. Licensed by Nintendo. This is Primal Rage. We need this back.
You remember picking up little tribesmen?
Yeah, we would play volleyball with them and just knock them back and forth on the stage and see who would who could keep it up the most. Oh.
I think that was that game's version of Friendship. But yeah, like there's all sorts of games that they could do, and they just did, or won't even attempt to revisit.
Yeah. Primal Rage. This is a good one. Killer Instinct, of course, is another one too. It did get that. It's got a modern game. I mean, it's all right. I've got it free through the Xbox Game Pass, but
there's another one. It was actually a Sony release. This is on Nintendo, but this is just kind of a honorable mention of a game that was long lost. Bushido Blade.
Bushido Blade. That sounds familiar.
Well, basically, it was a fighting game where you played as like samurai. But here's the kicker: there was no health bar because if you got struck once, you were dead.
Hmm.
So basically, you had to adjust like how am I going to approach the enemy? Am I going to do head on? Am I going to attack high, medium, low? Are they going to attack high, medium, low? Do I want to dodge their first attack and try to come to the side. It's all about mind games.
Yeah, I feel like I played something like that at one point in time and really enjoyed it. I like the whole samurai type games. There was another one that I really enjoyed too. I don't think... Yeah, I don't know if it ever had another release outside the first 2 or 3, but I can't remember what it's called either. So nothing current, of course. This was like, I think maybe 360 might have been the last one, or PlayStation 2, I'm not sure. So, was PlayStation 2 and 360 out together? They were, weren't they?
Yeah. Now, here's another, this isn't a franchise per se, but it's a offshoot of a franchise that I think that Nintendo needs to revisit, and that is the 3D Bomberman series.
3D Bomberman.
Because a lot of people were like, this isn't really good. I'm like, no, they just didn't refine it. Much like the 3D Zelda and stuff. I feel like if they kind of worked with it, it could have been something really great. But they kind of, unlike Zelda, they kind of just let it go, went back to the 2D, kind of drop down, look of the multiplayer, and just released it on Nintendo Switch as Bomberman R. And just made it multiplayer and said, here, give us $20 and you can play multiplayer with your friends, have a fun party game, and we're done. I don't know, I just feel like 3D would have been good.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm looking at a 3D Bomberman, Bomberman Hero right now. Looks like that'd be fun. That not what you're talking about?
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that one.
You can, let's not talk about that one.
Is that one of the bad ones? I mean, it looks like it'd be kind of fun. It's like a toned down 64 Mario.
It's a toned down...
with bombs. Leave it to me to find the worst of the worst. Because, yeah, that doesn't look at that bad. What? Shadowrun. We should have another Shadowrun, right? First-person shooter, not multiplayer only, but...
Well, let's put it this way. Zeo, I'm sure you'll like Bomberman Heroes.
Probably.
No, actually, with Shadowrun, I think we should have another Shadowrun, because nobody's done it right yet.
Why not?
I mean, okay, so, well, honestly, I can't even go into that. We will be here for hours if I start talking Shadowrun, and I'm not even joking.
Probably.
So, I'll just say this, ever since Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, I have been nothing but disappointed. And the only thing that's even come close is Shadowrun Returns. And the only thing they got right was some of the storytelling elements, and definitely not the gameplay.
Alright, so I want a Mega Man series, right? Mega Man X. From X5 and back is totally fine for that formula, minus Ayla. If you put Ayla speaking to me every time I take a step and stopping me from doing shit while she explains that I need to jump down a damn hole or something, I'm going to shoot somebody in the face with a softball gun. Yeah, because, I can't actually say the other thing, right? Yeah, see, like this right here? Yeah, I'm showing some right now. Ayla is stopping me to tell me, hey, this thing could collapse. You need to do this, blah, blah, that, and the other. Yada, yada. I don't care. Give me the exposition before I go in, and then let me just play.
They should make a troll version of that where they give you the exposition after it happens, and then you're just dead, and she's like, oh.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I think that's also what a lot of people hate Mega Man X5 for. It is due to that sort of thing. Like, now she's stopping to tell you to jump and grab on this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I could figure that out myself, lady. Shut up.
Maybe this was done for the game journalist from Cuphead.
I have no idea, but this is when the Mega Man series started going downhill, unfortunately, is X5 and beyond. I liked the concepts of 5. 5 looks good. It's not like super fast, but it's also not super slow. It's smooth. You had multiple armors that you can go ahead and get for X and things. You could play as 0 or X at any time and all this other stuff. So I think it was kind of the pinnacle, minus a few things to it. And then, it just went downhill from there. They made the transition to 3D. Everything got super sluggish, super slow. They gave us Axel, who doesn't really bring anything to the table other than his copy ability that literally there is no real use for it. I don't remember really having to use it for anything except for maybe one time throughout the entire damn game to make having him around worth having. X and 0 cover everything you need.
So he's just discount Mega Man.
Yeah, I mean, he can copy things and turn into them, which sounds like a neat ability if it had use.
Is that what Mega Man does when he defeats enemy? He copies their...
No, he copies their weapons, right? But Axel can copy the enemy itself and turn into it. But not bosses. It's just regular enemies.
Okay.
So, if you got an enemy who just tosses bombs or something, if he gets the last hit with his copy shot, which of course is another thing you have to do, right? You've got to do enough damage with no health bars in order to actually copy into the thing. And then you get to roam around as that enemy.
Wait, so...
But
be a badass Maverick Hunter... Or the tiny little guy with the hard hat going...
Essentially, yeah. I mean, and you'd have whatever their abilities are. I don't know if he could actually turn into those. I think they have to be something similar to his size. Those are the limitations to it. But, if... The thing is, they don't have a whole lot of utility to them. It's not like you need to go through the stages, figure out that I need to turn into X enemy so I can open up X special path to find X hidden thing or something either. Right?
Yeah.
So there's literally, it feels like no use for him except for outside of one time where I think that is the actual thing that happens. It's just like, what's the point of Axel? There's no point. I think in X6 is what it is. Is that the one he's introduced in? Whichever one he's introduced in. Because I can't remember if it's 6, 7, or 8. He was in several of them afterwards. But the only reason he's there is because X isn't. They cut X out of half the game. Because X is doing his woe is me, I don't want to fight war crap again. Because that's how they've decided that's X's character for now, till forever. And then it's forced between Axel and 0 as you play, and you might as well just play as 0, and then when X finally comes back, select X and never go back. There's literally no reason to have Axel at all.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, Axel was a horrible character, and yeah, when I played Mega Man X6 and saw Axel, I was like, who the hell is this? And then they're like, Axel, and I was like, what is this, like a stripped down version of the X? That's what I thought. Like, I thought this was like X in disguise or something. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe we get the X. And then I realized, no, this isn't X. And I was like, okay, turning off.
Yeah, I mean, they give him a pea shooter, like X, the little lemon shooter, that is actual handheld thing. They give him the ability to transform into things. But then there's no real use to it. It'd be a different... to fix Axel, you give him the ability to transform into certain enemies. He's got to hunt them down physically and copy them. Right? And then holds on to it. Like the X-Buster or something. Where you come up to a thing that only, say, this particular enemy is capable of actually making it through this spot or something, for whatever reason. So you have to bring Axel along with you, swap to Axel, change into the enemy to break through whatever, get through that passage, to then, I don't know, unlock an armor piece for X. Is it necessary? No. But it would actually give him a reason for existing. To have him tag along.
Energy tanks, or hearts, or extra lives.
I mean, just things like that. It would give him utility, something to be around for, making him worth having.
Instead of being the Ralph Wiggum of the
Yeah, like the whole concept of that entire ability of his is the fact that he could technically turn into Sigma if he wanted to. Never does it. I mean, they opened the game with a bunch of them using that copy ability, I think in X7 or something, or 8. Yeah. They opened the game with a bunch of other Riploids using his ability. So, now he's not special either anymore. Other Riploids have it, and they all turn into Sigma to survive this thing that is falling and then explodes, because they knew Sigma could survive it, or whatnot. And they all, so there's like this wall of Sigmas walking out of the wreckage in the story bit to the game, and I'm just like, huh? So Axel can change into Sigma? Why haven't you done that? That would have been a lot better.
Honestly, that needs to be a thing where Mega Man and Zero just see that on a screen, and then both turn to him and say,
"What the fuck, man?"
we were getting our ass kicked last year, and you could do that?
It's like for the past 2 years we've been fighting 2 separate wars, and you could just turn into Sigma? What?
You could turn into their boss and tell them to stand down, and you didn't.
You could just walk on in and bring us along with you. We could just walk right up to Sigma. It's like, oh yeah, hey. Yeah, I think there was an actual story reason to why he couldn't do it. I can't remember what it is, but it's so dumb because he's not the only one who can do that, and it's just like,
grab the other guy.
It's like,
make him the
yeah, no.
Fire Axel.
It's like, Zero, what you need to do is say, Axel, it's been fun, it's been great. I mean, the past couple of years, you've done okay. However, we need you down in the Chow Hall. You're a new Maverick Hunter. Come over here. You're a Class B. Just stay in that form. You'll be fine.
Exactly. But yeah, so as far as like these games go, I think that making new games is great. What Nintendo's doing is amazing, but stupid. It's an amazing concept, but they already have they don't need new games. They have a bunch of old games they could make new and get 2 separate fandoms. They could get the new fandom that doesn't know these games, and it'll be new to them. And they get the old fandom that knows these games, and they'll remember it with fondness. Like, oh yeah. And the thing is, because they're Nintendo, they're not and it's not that intense toxicity that a lot of the other fandoms have. You won't get that whole like, oh, this isn't the game I remember, blah blah blah. And usually Nintendo's pretty good about like with Donkey Kong Country when they remade that with Tropical Freeze. It's not a one-to-one recreation, but it's still a great game. I mean, it is more of a next in the series, but there's definitely some levels that are clearly recreations.
Oh yeah.
And they're really good at it. So if they went back to these old series, they could really hit it. And like honestly, F-Zero, that's one I really want to see. Like I would love to see a new entry in the F-Zero series.
Oh, definitely. That would be fun to watch. fun to watch. It's fun to play.
Yeah.
Just,
what? Okay, well.
I mean, I could watch F-Zero too. You know, F-Zero championships. That'd be great.
Oh, dude, could you imagine like some high-speed races where they're like just neck and neck, then trying to drift off of each other?
You know, no turtle shells, no banana pills, just straight up high-speed racing. That'd be great.
Racing, but you can blow up against the wall.
Oh, that would just be burnout at that point.
But
speaking of which, has there been a new Burnout series in a while?
No.
Huh.
That's been one that's been kind of...
Take Burnout, you know, the play of Burnout, add it to F-Zero.
And put it in the future. Yeah.
Put it in the future. That sounds great. Of course, I wish Square and Nintendo would come together for a Super Mario RPG and expand on that universe. It'd still be nice. I know, but damn it, Square, Enix, get off your ass and make it happen.
Well, first they got to get their head out of set ass.
Well, yeah, get it out of your ass. Go kiss Nintendo. Well, take a shower, then go kiss Nintendo and say, can we borrow Mario for a bit? We want to expand on this series. And do not, for the love of all that is holy, put Kingdom Hearts Battle System in there. Leave it time, whatever.
Turn-based.
Turn-based. Don't make it action-based. Yeah. I am one of the few people out there who hate action-based RPG battle mechanics. If I've got a team, I want to use the damn team, not just myself and have the other team sitting there acting like they're just, well, in order for me to maybe avoid dying here, I'm going to run behind Goofy for a bit and put him in between me and them so I can get a breath and get some hills off or whatnot. No, I want a damn team, turn-based thing going. I don't want this action crap that I can't control anybody else unless I physically swap to them or something. That's like my biggest issue with the remake to Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I can control the whole team, unlike Kingdom Hearts, but I have to physically swap to them to do that. and go through and do it.
The remake, but alright.
I love the remake, I just hate the battle system. I want turn-based. If I'm going to have an RPG, I want it damn turn-based.
I love the battle system.
Yeah, well, we're going to have a come-to-Jesus Shadowrun moment in reverse here now. It's turn-based all the way.
Well, I love turn-based too, but my thing is, turn-based has had its time.
No, it hasn't. It's still having its time.
Well, here's the thing. It had its time, and I think that it still has its place. And with that kind of large-scale game, I think it's still definitely, it fit, especially with the way that Final Fantasy 15 ran its live, I'll say live action.
Well, I mean, it is kind of, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
it's live CGI action.
It kind of is, actually, if you think about it, because, I mean, it is mocap, so, you know. With its action-based fighting system, and how successful that was in 15, I knew right from jump that they were going to adopt 15's battle system into 7. For, like, right when the game was announced. I was like, yeah, they're going to do that.
Oh, yeah. I knew that was coming, too. Doesn't make me happy about it, but I knew it was coming.
I was happy about it because it was very fluid, very easy to control.
Yeah. I mean,
I
get all that, and it is. It really is. It's fluid. It's easy to control. Once you figure out what is what, you know, doing the battle's no problem. I just preferred, you know, turn-based.
Now, you know what game has a great turn-based system? Probably one of the best I've seen it forever. Paper Mario.
No.
Hey, man. That was your door.
You give me Paper Mario, I read you Dragon Quest.
I like Dragon Quest.
Yeah, see, there you go. That's turn-based still.
Oh, yeah. No, Dragon Quest is solid. You know what? Oh, I almost forgot one of the. I'm ashamed of myself. I almost forgot one of the best RPGs I ever played. On the GameCube. It was called Skies of Arcadia.
That sounds really familiar.
That game has such a great story. You were like a sky pirate, and you could actually build your ship. And yeah, it was like limited building within the, confines of an RPG. But still, you could, it was turn-based.
That's Sega.
It was Sega, but it came out on GameCube.
And created by Overworks.
Yeah. And let me tell you, man, who owns Sega? Who owns Sega?
You know that? Oh, I don't remember. Who does own Sega? Is that Nintendo?
It's Nintendo.
Wow. I haven't had enough coffee. I'm out of coffee here, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
No, I looked up Skies of Arcadia Legends is what popped up. Looks very Mega Man Legend-esque graphic style.
It is amazing.
And an RPG.
And it has some adult humor in there too. But seriously though, they need to do a new version of that game, like just a.
Ooh.
There's so many.
Chrono Trigger. Oh wait, that's Square though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you?
Again, Square. I know this is a video of Nintendo, but Square, we need you. Oh my gosh. Speaking of a monstrosity of a video last time, we've already almost hit 50 minutes, so I think we're about ready to end it.
Yeah.
We need to end this. This should be its own podcast that is streamed live at some point when we do things like this.
Maybe we'll do that sometime. Maybe we'll do a podcast.
Just have to do it
or something.
like once every other Saturday or something. We just do a stream podcast talking about random bits and bobs. Alright, so yeah, we've been going long enough. So we're going to go ahead and end this now. I'm sure we have still way more to talk about. We'll save it for another video. But yeah, this is going to be it. So if you haven't subscribed to anything, if you haven't followed, if you've made it through the entire time, what is your favorite color? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. How many people are going to actually get to that part? Probably none. Two people in the world are going to actually watch that part and answer that. Anyway, all our links are down below under the Tap My Bio URL. Yeah, I need more coffee, obviously. Jeez. And go subscribe, follow, like, all that stuff, D-pad stuff. We do a lot of Minecraft stuff lately, and we do Nerd News, and he's been doing Road Rash and Mario and a few other things as well, so go check those out. Streaming, also. He does some streaming, so you can go check those out. And I guess we will see you in the next one. Adios! Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.